Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today I wanted to make a short video to talk about what I'm currently reading and then to talk about some books that I'm going to take with me on a trip that David and I are going on this week. So I'll go ahead and jump right in. Oh, I was going to take you guys on a walk because it's a gorgeous day here in Alaska, and right near my house, just on a little walk, you can see this river and all the mountains. But I did a race on Saturday or Friday evening, and I didn't really train for it, and I ended up really hurting my foot, and it hurts to walk. And so it's not going to happen. Like yesterday we went on this little hike, and it's just basically a 3-mile walk. It's not even a hike, it's just a walk out to a river that we love, and my foot was killing me the whole time. So I'm going to stay seated today. So after I do this video, I'm going to hang out on the porch and read, but I'm not going to be going for a walk. So sorry, maybe next week. I got the idea because Robert up Arter Horse has been doing that in Fort Lauderdale, and it's just gorgeous. I love seeing the boats and all the things that he sees when he goes on his walks, and I thought that I might do that as well. It's just not going to happen today. But anyway, I am currently reading 1984. I'm really enjoying it. I'm also finding it sort of enjoyable to read it as a political novel, but also to read it as just a story. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to do that because he obviously wrote it as a political novel, but I find it interesting both ways. I'm finding, though, that I read this book in high school, but I don't think that I finished it because I don't remember what happens. But that's not too unusual. I had a really bad habit of not reading books all the way through in high school. But I'm a grown-up now, and I will finish the book. And it's good, so I don't know why I wouldn't. I know why I wouldn't in high school. I didn't like being told what to do, but I'm okay with, reading things now. I am also reading What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty, who is the author of Big Little Lies. I really love Big Little Lies, so when I went looking for something a little bit more, it's not lighthearted, but it certainly requires less of my brain than 1984 does. I decided to pick this up from the library. It is about a woman who is 40 years old, and she's in a spin class, and she falls over and hits her head, and when she wakes up, she thinks that she's 29 again. She's forgotten the last 10 years of her life. She doesn't remember her children. She doesn't remember aspects of her marriage. Like, she still thinks that she's madly in love with her husband. She doesn't remember the issues that she's been having with her sister and her mother, and so you're getting several different people's perspectives, and you're sort of slowly being told what has happened to this woman over the past 10 years, or what she has done. I'm not really sure where we're going with it yet. At first, I thought that she had an affair, then I thought that her husband had an affair. Now I'm thinking maybe both, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with an affair, who knows. But it's a pretty fun book. That's one of the things I like about Liane Moriarty. She writes about heavy topics, like this is about, obviously, potential adultery, why marriages fall apart. It's also about loss in other areas that I'm not going to give it away because I think it's a really big part of the story. But Liane Moriarty takes these huge, heavy, weighty topics and writes about them in a way that is just fun almost, and I'm not trying to belittle these things are things that I deal with in my own personal life, so I know that they're not fun, but she writes about them in a way that makes them I don't know, I just really like her writing style. Fun is not the right word, but it's certainly like it's the funniest book I've read about these topics. So anyway, I'm also listening to The Nightingale, which I'll put a picture of, on audiobook. It is so much better than My Dear Hamilton. I'm glad that I chucked that one a while last week and started this one instead. It is about two sisters during World War II, and I'm not that far into it, so I don't really know what happens yet. But they're sort of estranged. They don't know each other that well. Well, they know each other, obviously, but they're estranged for various reasons, and you're going to find out why they're estranged and then what happens to them throughout the war and the rest of their lives. Really looking forward to finishing that one. So David and I are going to upstate New York on Wednesday. One of his best friends from childhood is getting married on Friday, so we're going back to New York for the wedding. We are so excited to be able to go back and spend time with him and his fiance, who will, be his wife. And also to see David's family again for just a couple of days. But it's quite a long plane ride back to the East Coast, and so I need to pack some books, because we all know that has to be done before the clothes get packed, right? So I'm going to finish these two, or at least I plan to finish these two before we leave on Wednesday. I'll obviously have my cell phone with me, so I will bring the Nightingale on audiobook along with me. And I'm going to bring this book, You, by Carolyn Kemps. I'm saying her name wrong. I don't know how to put this N in here. But this is sort of a psychological thriller type thing. It's a stalker book. I saw it originally talked about on Chapter Stacks. I will link her video down below. She did a video about this book because it's coming out as a TV series on Lifetime, which sounds lame, but the TV show actually looks really good. I probably won't watch it because I only watch things on Netflix, but if it ever comes out on Netflix, I'll watch it then. It looks really, really interesting. I really like mystery thriller type books, and this is just the sort of thing I think I would like to read on a plane. I don't know, though. This is not long enough to get me through 2 plane rides, to New York and then back. So I'm going to need something else. I could bring something that I've already bought. I do need to read Go Tell It on a Mountain this month, I think, or next month. I can't remember. I'll have to check the list. I don't need to read it. I'm going to read it. At the same time as Jason from Old Blues Chapter and Verses reading it with a book club that he's involved in. But David and I are also going to Tidal Wave Books today, hopefully, to return some books or to sell back some books that we no longer want or need on our shelves. And if we got store credit for that, I would definitely pick a book to read on the plane. I don't know. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. I don't really like to read books on like our Kindle. We have a Kindle Paperwhite, and I have taken it on a few of my trips, but I just don't like it. I prefer to have a book in my hands, in my bag. I see the convenience of it, but it gives me a headache. I don't like to read on my phone, so I'll be taking traditional books with me. But what about you guys? When you travel, do you take like regular paper books with you, or do you read on your e-reader? Do you like to listen to audiobooks? I like to in an airport, because then nobody bothers you because you have your headphones in, but sometimes that's not polite. So I don't know, what do you guys do? Let me know. I hope you guys all have a great day and a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.